Every year, I see DTC brands doing the same mistakes before Q4, which is costing them millions. In this video, I'm gonna share the 3 main reasons why DTC brands fail during Q4 and how to avoid them and maximize Q4. Diving right into it. The first reason I see most DTC brands fail is because they don't prepare enough. They underestimate how much preparation needs to go into preparing for Q4 and specifically Black Friday and Cyber Monday. They think just doing 5 creatives will do the job, where actually you need a lot more. They think you need to send just a few email campaigns where you actually need a lot more. Just to give you an idea of how we will be preparing our clients and ourselves for Q4, we'll make sure we have the following things ready before the end of September. So during October, we can focus on execution. And then when November hits, we have everything ready. And I'm just gonna go over the list here. So the first thing that we need to have ready is the offer. Depending on the offer, you'll be creating your creatives, your flows, your email campaigns. So offer is the first thing that you need to figure out. You need to make it extremely simple, and it also needs to have really high perceived value. You don't need to complicate things when it comes to the offer, because the more complicated it is, the less it will work. Then the second thing, creatives. We will over prepare when it comes to creatives, because during Black Friday and Cyber Monday and during Q4, there is a lot more volume than usual. So you can make decisions a lot faster. You don't need to leave creatives to go for, let's say, a week or 5 days. You can make decisions on the spot, especially when you're spending a lot more money. The next thing that you need to figure out is the budget. Now, most brands will be spending more during Q4, specifically again Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So you need to figure out your budget there, and also the daily and weekly pacing, because obviously during November you're not going to be spending the same budget on November 1st and then on November 26th. Usually my recommendation here is to spend 20 to 30% of your total budget within the first 2 to 3 weeks, and then when you drop your big offer, you're gonna spend the remaining 70%. Also, ad copy, really important to have in advance. Campaigns are also gonna be scheduled hopefully by mid-October. Everything should be ready by mid-October. When November hits, everything, or at least some of the stuff, will go live. Moving on to the next, again, creatives. I did mention it earlier, multiple variations of each creative just to avoid fatiguing, and because again, during Black Friday, you can make decisions a lot faster. So if something doesn't work within 2 days, you just swap it out with something else. You don't need to wait a week. The next thing that we need to cover during the preparation phase is your CRM. So within these 2 months, September and October, you need to focus on getting more people into your email list. You need to do giveaways, exclusive offer for VIPs or early access, and you also need to make sure you keep subscribers engaged. You don't just acquire them now and then send emails in November. You need to be sending emails constantly, so you keep them engaged, so when Black Friday hits, they buy. Another thing, you need to prepare new sign-up forms, new flows, again, to match your offer. Next, what you need to prepare is your brand and site. So you need to have banners ready. You need to have your landing pages ready. Everything needs to scream Black Friday, offers, sales, and this will help you tremendously when it comes to conversions. So again, just summarizing everything, when it comes to paid media, you need to have your offer ready, your ads ready, your creatives, your ad copy. When it comes to CRM, new pop-ups, flows, and campaigns, and your brand website, you need to have landing pages and banners. So you can see how many things you need to prepare during Black Friday, because if you start preparing this stuff in October, you're already late. And during November and Black Friday, preparation is key. Preparation is everything. I've had my agency for like 5.5 years now. I've done so many Black Fridays with so many clients, so preparation is key. You don't want to be making decisions in the last minute. Which leads me to my second thing, not preparing on time. Again, you need to have everything ready by latest end of October. You don't want to go into November and still have things to do. Everything needs to be ready before the end of October. How you can utilize September and October as well, you can test different concepts for the ads. You can test what works now, so you can take those concepts for creatives and you can implement it during your Black Friday strategy. You can also test different offers. You can test flat percentage, you can test bundles, buy more, save more, buy one, get one. During again September and October for small sales of, I'm gonna say 3 to 5 days, and then whichever works best for you, just use it for Black Friday. The offer that we have seen work the best is just flat percentage off, or just up to a certain amount off. Don't make things complicated if you want things to work out. And the last reason I see businesses fail during Q4, which again I already mentioned slightly, is overcomplicating things. They run 10 different offers at the same time with too many campaigns structured and a very confusing customer journey. Again, you need to make things very, very simple. The more simple it is, the better it will work. That's why I recommended earlier a flat percentage off or up to a certain amount of those type of offers work the best. Again, don't overcomplicate things here. You just need to prepare on time, prepare enough, and keep things simple. And just to give you an example, I'm gonna pop a bunch of screenshots around the screen from previous Black Fridays and how we did with our clients. We built very simple systems, just 2 offers. One offer for the first half of November and the second offer for the second half of November when we hit the peak Black Friday, Cyber Monday. And yeah, that's about it. If you found this helpful, hit the subscribe button. I would really appreciate the support. It helps me create these videos and get my channel content out there. And if you're a DTC brand and you need help with your Black Friday and Cyber Monday stuff, you can also obviously visit our website and book a call with me and I'll make sure we get you sorted. And yeah, again, that's about it. Thank you very much for your time. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.